Hello, wonderful listeners. Sandy here with another Power Pop. I wanted to share with you that last week I had an interesting day. I spent time in the morning with a friend who is really upset with his life. He spent the entire time we were together complaining, talking about how things never worked out for him. And even when something good happened, he was sure that it was not going to last or that there was a catch. And he really is struggling with his life, which is how he seems to approach everything. And then in the afternoon, I had a wonderful time with another friend who is just the opposite from the morning person. Even though she has been through some tough struggles and has had challenges in her life, she was very positive, optimistic, finding the good all around her and finding the joy in the fun. And it was very interesting for me to notice that when I was with my friend in the morning, I left feeling kind of tired. But when I spent the afternoon with my other friend, I left feeling energized and excited, appreciating everything about life. And it got me thinking about positivity and negativity and how we choose to approach our lives. Because life is a constant series of choices, and among the most impactful choices you make every day is how you respond to everything that happens. Whether you see the glass as half empty or half full will determine the quality of your relationships, careers, mental health, and physical well-being. This is all about positivity and negativity. Today, we're going to look a little deeper into both of these important subjects. Negativity is a mental attitude characterized by pessimism, criticism, a tendency to focus on the worst aspects of every situation. It's often driven by fear, insecurity, or past experiences. But negative thinking can show up as constant complaining, blaming others, expecting failure, or anticipating the worst case scenario, which is what I spent the morning listening to my friend talk about. Common examples of negativity are, well, I have this great opportunity, but I'll probably mess it up. Nothing ever goes my way anyway, so what's the point in trying? While occasional negative thoughts are normal, especially when dealing with stress or disappointment, persistent negativity can become a habit that clouds your judgment and limits your potential. Sometimes being negative can feel like a protective shield. I used to know a person who would say, well, if I expect the worst, at least I get to be right. That was how he approached things. It keeps your expectations low and prepares you for disappointment. But in reality, it tends to produce the very outcomes you fear. Chronic negative thinking can lead to stress and anxiety, damaged relationships. You will push people away with how exhausting it is to be with you. Stagnation, because fear of failure or belief that nothing will work stops you from even trying new things. And decreased motivation, because you believe you're doomed to fail. It's hard to get the energy to take action. On the other hand, there's positivity. In a world that often emphasizes stress, competition, and uncertainty, the concept of positivity stands out as a beacon of hope and strength. But it isn't just about smiling through hardship or denying reality. It's a mindset, a habit, and a powerful influence on your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It's the practice of focusing on the good in all situations, believing in positive outcomes, and maintaining hope even in difficult times. It doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to face challenges with optimism and resilience. Examples of positive thinking are, I'll learn from this mistake. This is tough, but I'll find a way. I'm proud of the progress I've made. Positivity is not just a feel-good mindset. It's a proven approach that can boost your mental health and your physical health, improve relationships, and open doors to success. It includes optimism, where you expect favorable results, gratitude, where you recognize and appreciate what's good in your life, resilience, where you bounce back from setbacks, self-compassion, where you are kind to yourself during struggles, and mindfulness, where you stay present without judgment. You're always looking for and finding the joy in little things. Positivity isn't a fixed trait or something you're born with. It's a skill that can be nurtured over time. You've learned it from somewhere. Regardless of your personality or past experiences, you can cultivate it. There are many ways that positivity will transform your life. Positive thinking reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression. It helps manage your stress more effectively and promotes emotional balance. Research shows that optimistic people tend to have lower blood pressure, stronger immune systems, and a lower risk of chronic diseases. Positivity can even lead to a longer life and help with healing. It also fosters empathy, communication, and conflict resolution in your relationships. People are naturally drawn to you when you exude warmth and hope, and you have increased resilience. It doesn't mean you avoid hardship. It means when you confront it, you do it with a solution-focused mindset. This helps you recover faster and stay motivated in tough times. The result of all that is greater success. Optimistic, positive people are more likely to set goals, take risks, and persist through obstacles. Building a positive mindset is often a process where small, consistent practices make a big difference. Practice gratitude daily. Shannon and I often talk about how much we just take walks and appreciate the trees and the birds and the beautiful sky. Everything around us is so spectacular if you just take time to look and be grateful for it. Take time to reflect on things you're thankful for, big or small. Identify what makes you smile. When you do this, you can shift your perspective. Some people like to keep a gratitude journal, and if you'd rather not actually write things down, you can focus on being aware and name at least 3 good things each day. When you do this, it rewires your brain so that you start to notice and appreciate all the positive things in your world. My husband and I have a happiness jar. Whenever anything good, big or small, comes into our lives, we'll write what happened on a piece of paper and put it in the jar. On New Year's Eve, we are going to empty the jar and spend the evening revisiting all the wonderful, beautiful things that happened during the year. This is our fun way of being positive and identifying all the great things that happen daily. Make sure you surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with impact your mindset, just like spending time with my negative friend drag me down. So be sure to choose your relationships that uplift, inspire, and support you. Also, limit your exposure to negativity, whether it's people, media, or environments. And then be sure to challenge and reframe your negative thoughts. Instead of, I'll never get this right, say, this is tough, but I'm learning. Shift the focus to what can happen instead of what can't. Transform your limiting beliefs into empowering ones. Practicing mindfulness through meditation or deep breathing, or simply just being aware of the moment. Listen to the silence or enjoy the peace. This can reduce your stress and enhance your clarity. It keeps you grounded and less overwhelmed by fear of the future or regrets of the past. And be sure you celebrate small wins and realize that when you do this, it's building your confidence and motivation, reinforcing a positive feedback loop. And then make sure you focus on what you can control and let go of the rest. So the bottom line is negativity and positivity are more than fleeting moods. They're habits of thinking that deeply affect how you live. While negativity limits you, positivity empowers you. By choosing to shift your mindset, you can transform not only how you see the world, but also how the world responds to you. In the end, it's not about denying reality. It's about choosing the lens you view it through. You can choose your reality, and that lens, more than anything, determines the life you lead. So ask yourself, is it time for me to find my power, start focusing on and seeing the positive, and change my life?